nice area to ride through. I might swing into it and we'll just go through it and out the other side. We're in it now. Ooh, it's rough in here. What about this, guys? What about this little area here? How's this, guys? Carpet of leaves. There guys, you should have no trouble hearing that bit of a crackle and pop just then on that little bit of a exhaust tip. Actually sounds pretty good. A lot better when you're on the bike but this bike just sails right over them. You know, you just go over it, the seat dips a little bit. Once through corners, if you get any rough stuff, I find it tracks well, so it's not thrown off by any bad corners. So, you know, between that and your seat, I think from what I do so far, maximum 120 kilometre run, I think it's a really good package. As far as off-road going, I don't know, I thought maybe I might happen to buy a sump guard, but the chances of that may happen or may not. I'd be more inclined to go for that exhaust what I spoke of earlier and just use this as a sealed runner. Now if I was swinging into the braking area, when I first bought this bike, I took it for a run down the road and I wasn't all that impressed on the brakes. The brakes were, I don't know, a bit spongy. That's how they felt to me. But after I took this bike out on a few runs and, you know, got onto the stoppers pretty hard, some jolting stops just to see what was going on. As it is now, it's got very good brakes. So if anyone was out here wondering how good are the brakes on it, they're a lot better than what's on the other rides, and I'm really satisfied with the braking on this one. These will pull you down really fast, and I still think the front disc has got really good bite. While I'm at it, I might mention the rear disc brake. I find occasionally when I use the rear disc, it works well and pulls you down fairly well with no drama whatsoever. So the rear disc is once again a plus too. Learn a legal bike, but with learners, they may only stay on it for a short period of time, and then when the opportunity arises, they'll go for something with a bit more power. I think at the moment the power's adequate, and for the people I've sort of targeted, you know, a new rider, get yourself not a bad looking bike at a reasonable price, or some of the older riders that want to come back in and, like myself, and just have something you can get on, go out there, you know, you're not all that silly about sort of how you flog it through your corners and stuff like that. You just want something good, reliable, and something you can trust. I think this is good, it's reliable, and I think it's a good bike and you'll be able to trust it. So there are plenty of bikes out there you can't trust, but I think this bike is one you can trust. Surprisingly to some, I've even been on a bit of a dirt road there with this bike, and you know, even though I don't like riding dirt, the fact is I've been on it, tried it. I do prefer riding me 190 on the dirt, but I thought I'd give it a bit of a bash along the dirt and see how it goes. But when you look into the inside of this bike, a radiator guard wouldn't go astray. So, you know, it's sitting there right out in the open. You never know where you could flick up a stick and hit it and damage it and cause you all sorts of grief. So that may be something I might just whip on it. It's sort of a cloudy, overcast day here now, but I have absolutely no trouble reading this instrumentation, whether it's cloudy, bright sunlight, going through shade. It's just crystal clear. You might have watched one of my other videos where I mentioned about the vibration in the bike. you know, just to clear that up once again, it's only a mile 5, it runs through the bars, and one thing about it, if you were doing on say 110 kilometres an hour, you can see through those mirrors crystal clear, so there's no drama what goes on there. So even though you've got a slight vibe in the bars, the best thing is, compared to other bikes, you can actually see out the mirrors with no trouble. As far as wheels go, well, I don't know. I think overall, given the choice, I would like to have spoked ones, but I think in this price range it's probably cheaper to make these mag style wheels, and I think this is maybe the first bike I've had with this style of wheel, but you know, but I'm mainly old school and really like spokes, so that's a bit of a problem, and you know, something to think about. But you know, I don't think they'll do it, or they might throw it as an option, or they might put spoke wheels on the next one. Anything can happen. So just in a matter of days, this bike will go in for its first service at 1,000 kilometres. I'm not sure roughly what that'll cost, but I think in Australian dollars somewhere between 150 and 200. I have absolutely no faults to talk to the dealer about on this bike on its first service. There's just nothing there that I can say, can you fix this, or you can fix that, or needs adjustment here. The fact is it's 100% in all directions, and I just have to go in there, get the service done, get the bike, and then bring it home and ride it. If you had your heart set on a 2019 model CB500X and you're wondering what the bike's going to be like, or is it going to be any good, once again, you could just go out and buy one, because they are that good. There's really no faults. You know, I might have mentioned 3 minor things earlier on, but geez, what I mentioned was just to bring to your attention, this is really a great bike, and I could see the right people were getting on one of these and, you know, doing thousands and thousands of kilometres. Not only that, you'd have to agree it's a pretty good looking bike for the money too, so it's not a disappointment when you get there and think to yourself, oh geez, I've got to come out and get on that bit of crap today because I haven't got anything decent. Well, I don't know, I reckon for the money and what you're looking at, looks pretty good to me. So to sum up, really, who is this bike for? Well, I'd say 95% of the people that buy this bike will be happy, and the ones that aren't happy are probably ones that really wanted something more powerful, and possibly a better runner over different terrain conditions, and just didn't spend the money for the outright better bike if it come to that stage. You know, like, this bike's built, I think, at a bargain price, and you only get what you pay for, and if you look at the price you pay for it, I think you're getting a very good deal. If you think you're getting a $20,000 motorbike in the same range, like in Honda or something like that, well, I don't think you're going to get an African twin for this money, but you are getting a good bike. I think you can go out and jump on each day and ride around, and it should suit you for a fair period of time. Well, that's the way I'd look at it.